rather young, but it's Bobby Moose, so thank you. All right. Next up is a hard-working group from the northeastern part of the United States, and it's our 5 districts in the northeastern group. So let's give them one clap as they come out on stage. Thank you for your service. Keep up the great work. Yes, thank you. Next up is a hard-working group from the southeastern part of the United States, and actually as a group, they collectively have the most new clubs in the world as a group, and let's give them one clap in unison. Thank you. Yes, next up is another hard-working group from the middle part of the United States, the mid-central governors of the 5 districts. Let's give them one clap. Next, the middle and the heart of the USA is the Midwestern group of governors. Let's give them one clap. Next up is the Central USA, and let's give them one clap. So next up is the Western USA area, and let's give them one clap. Next up is Latin America, and they've been on fire here of late, opening new clubs. One clap. Next up is our group that's been the fastest growing group for the last few years in the Kiwanis role, our Asia Pacific group of governors. Let's give them one big clap. I didn't know if they were going to all make it on stage or if they'd be out opening some clubs here in Las Vegas, but thank you. Thank you. And last but certainly not least, our group of governors from KIEF, the European Federation. One clap. So next up, I want to introduce a close friend, and that's the president of the European Federation, Piero Grasso. Now, one of the things that I like particularly well about Piero is he is a lawyer, and I love lawyers. So, and I think all of you should love lawyers as well. So, but the thing is that he's done just a great job forming a relationship with the people and the governors over in the European Federation. He's been a great leader. The facility that he had his convention at was unbelievable, probably the nicest place I've ever stayed at. And frankly, he really raised the stakes in the food that he had served there at the convention. So let's have one big clap for my good friend, fellow lawyer, Piero Grasso.
Dear Kivanian friends, it's for me a great honor to address you from this stage, and I thank President Jim for giving me this opportunity. As you know, I am the president of the Kiwanis International European Federation, and I represent about 30,000 European members coming from 22 different countries. Is not an easy task. We have different cultures, languages, history, political and economic situation. But for us, this is not weakness. For us is our great richness and our everyday challenge. In the past 2 years, we have had an increase of our members. This year, Kiwanis Europe is growing again. Overall, during the 2007-2018 Kiwanis year, we have about 18 new clubs with, at last, 500 new members. And Romania was granted the status of a provisional district, and possibly this is the 10th district in Europe. This success was achieved by this year's team, after you applauded them, and based on the work of the past European president, and we will continue. But growth isn't our only goal. This year, our commitment was devoted to another additional goals. The second goal is the beginning of our common European service project, Happy Child. This project comes from the necessity to give an answer to the needs of thousands of children that every month arrive in Europe. Many of them without parents and relatives. Children belonging to very poor families sold to slave merchants. Many of these children disappeared after a few weeks. We call them the invisible children. We, as Kiwanians, could not stand by and do not do nothing. We, all the European district, decided to do something for this sad emergency. For this reason, we created the Happy Child project in order to give the first aid to these children, and after to help them to have an education. Every district found the best way to work. Some districts collected money for building a school in Syria, others giving an education, others collecting school supplies to donate at home. So, my friend, this is the Kiwanis European Federation. 30,000 members committed to change the world one child and one community at a time. 30,000 members committed to donate a future to the children. 30,000 members that want to make Kiwanis great. And I'm sure